Connell won't be coming here. Well, what's your reaction to that?
I made it clear from the start, I would have liked him here, but I totally understand Alan's decision. The lure of Football League that we can't do anything about was the deciding factor. So I spoke to Alan, wished him well for the remainder of the season, and we move on, and we concentrate on what is at the football club. It's not like we're in a position where we're struggling. On the back of sort of Tuesday night as well, I think we've got a lot to be optimistic about and a lot to look forward to. So yeah, there was a tinge of disappointment, but as I'm sure Alan understands and everyone else, we move on, and that's the way football is. You don't always get what you want, as in life. So like I say, I'm very much focused and happy with what I have got, and I'm sure they'll impress as they did, or as they have done, in fairness to him, throughout the season.
I understand Alan Connell said that it was the hardest decision of his professional career to go to Northampton over you. How close did you actually come to getting him?
I think, in fairness, we were very close. At one point I think it looked a pretty much a done deal. I'm not sure if there was a whisper that Northampton were interested prior to changing the manager. Whether or not that would have made much difference, I'm not sure, or whether it is the fact that Chris has gone in there with Alan Hill that really made that a reality for Alan. And like I say, I think he genuinely has thought long and hard about it. He'd had a great time at the football club before, and that's really why he was considering it, because of had he not been here before and he was looking at just purely Conference League 2, I don't think it would have been a decision to even consider for him. But it is, and as I say, unfortunately we're not in a position to offer league football. That's what we want to be able to do as of next season, and that's the focus between now and the end of the season.
Did you actually get a chance to speak to Alan yourself?
Yeah, I spoke to him on a couple of occasions. We had a good chat, and as I said, there's no hard feelings. That's not the way that I operate, and I'm going to throw my toys out of the pram because he's decided to join another club. I understand his decision, the same that I'd have liked to have thought people have understood if he would have joined us rather than Northampton. So I'm sure the fans will be disappointed. Totally get that. He did extremely well here a couple of seasons back, but as I said, let's concentrate on the players that are here, get behind them. They're doing well, putting some excellent performances this season, and like the crowd the other night at Cambridge was excellent. Didn't stop singing on a cold night, midweek. Took a good following, and we need that support. It helps the players, and together I think we can achieve something this year.
Will you now be bringing another striker or not?
No, and that's, before I sort of save you a question, it follows on with that in terms of Andy Cook. His situation's now changed. He'll be staying here. Spoken to Andy, and some of the things that were said will remain private, but those things don't change. But as I explained to Andy, there's certainly not a fallout or anything on those lines, and that his fortunes can change very quickly. Perhaps this is now an opportunity for him to really impress, because having spoken to him originally, albeit only 2 days, his performance levels in training increased, and I said to him that I don't know whether that's it was a weight off his shoulders thinking I can go and get some games, or whether it was I need to get into gear. So whatever it is, just keep that going. He's trained well again today, and he'll remain very much part of it. So realistically he would have got on the other night had not been forced into the change with Clayton. So I'm sure he'll play his part for us. We know how many games we've got coming up, and Andy on his day is a real asset. He needs to make sure he's having those days on a more regular basis to make my decision to perhaps keep him on the bench more difficult.
When you said his situation has now changed, is that because Alan isn't coming here, or is there something else going on in the background?
No, just as in that I want the 5 strikers here, and that's what I've got by keeping Andy here. So he'll remain with us now, and like I say, he can change very quickly. Towards the end of last season, we had Liam sort of just coming back right at the end, but in the sort of run up to the playoffs, myself and Rob were talking about Andy being our main striker and the form that he was in, and we were worried about it because he got a bit of sort of shin splints, so that's why he was in and out of the team a bit towards the back end, trying to protect him to make sure he was fit.